Okay, almost at the 4-kilometer mark, and I just wanted to tell you guys about MoveIn Philippines specifically. Some of the things God's doing. So a few years ago, I think it was about 6 years ago, Ryan Martins from Kitchener, Ontario in Canada felt called to join MoveIn and move into a slum in the Philippines. He didn't know the language, but he just felt this is what God wanted him to do, so he went and he moved right into a slum and he began to learn the language. And Ryan, with other wonderful people, just kept persevering and did not see a lot of fruit. But he felt called to persevere, and we felt called to continue to support and encourage him. And he kept planting seeds, but didn't see a lot of fruit. A little over a year ago, I believe it was, Ryan married the wonderful Filipina Veron. And I don't know if that was the magic moment, but from around that point on, MoveIn Philippines took off. Today, we have multiple teams, several MoveIners across 3 or 4 cities in the Philippines, a growing staff team, and God is working powerfully in the Philippines as believers prayerfully and lovingly move in among the unreached urban poor there. It's supporting people like Ryan and supporting the Filipino staff and Veron and others in the Philippines and other countries. That's why we do what we do. And a couple of months ago, a fire ripped through the slum steps away from Ryan and Veron's home. This was not long before they were expecting their first baby, which is now a month old. Their hearts broke because these were their friends. This was their neighborhood. But they felt called into action and began to help however they could. And they were there at that moment of need. So this is why we move in. This is why we mobilize people to prayerfully and lovingly move in. And this is one small part of why this year our goal is to raise $350,000. We have a $150,000 matching fund, doubling gifts up to that amount. And we know that God will continue to work and be faithful. If this resonates with you, or any other stories you've heard, people you know and move in, other things you know, sponsor us. Go to prayerjourney.global or sponsor my half marathon. That will achieve the same thing as I raise funds for the whole movement at the profile in my link, the link in my profile on Instagram, or the link on my wall on Facebook. Thank you so much. Pray with us as well, because we don't believe God does anything without prayer. Pray that thousands would move in around the world into high needs neighborhoods to be the salt and light, the prayerful, loving presence of Jesus in these communities. And sometimes where there are believers already in those communities, to join those who've gone before. And we know that our God himself has always gone before. And so we're always joining him in what he's already begun. So thank you for your support. Link in profile or on my wall. Pray for us, and I'll keep you updated. I'm at about the 5-kilometer mark on my training run, just about a week before the prayer journey next Saturday. Thanks so much. God bless.